Assalamu alaikum. Abdullah saying this is Abu Ibrahim. This is your new challenge. What we're going to do is the knowledge that you've gained about vectors. I'm going to show you how we practically use that. So with a lot of images, we find that once you increase the size, they become pixelated or blurry. This is especially the case nowadays with the high definition screens that we have, iPads which are retina display, and even mobile phones which are very high quality now. So we need images or logos, icons, which are very crisp and very sharp. But a lot of the time we find that we don't have them. So if we go to a for example, if we go to a possible client, they may have the logo, but it's not in a vector format. It's PNG, JPEG, bitmap, which is fine, but not anymore, because we need to use it at high resolution. So the idea today, or in this tutorial, is that I'll show you how we convert a low resolution blurry image into a sharp vector, and this is something that we're going to be using a lot. So we'll get started. This is obviously Inkscape, so we'll use Inkscape. I'll go through it step by step, and inshallah at the end, if you can email me your version once you've given it a go, and we'll move from there. Okay, so first thing, we're going to open our image. So what we have here, somewhere here, Twitter blurry, let's use that. It's embed. That's okay. Alright, so even now you can see that it is it's blurry around the edges, especially if you increase the size of this anywhere, it'll become very blurry. So this is how we start. We've got an image already. It could be that we've taken a photograph of the sign outside a shop, or a logo, or something off the menu. That's a starting point. So now what we do is we look down the side of your this is the canvas, these are our tools. What we're going to be using today is what Inkscape calls the Bezier curves tool, which is the same as the pen tool in Adobe Illustrator. It's exactly the same thing. So click that, and then what we do is, you can see now my cursor has changed from the hand, which is the move stroke normal cursor, to the pen tool, the plus sign. Okay, so the cross, that's exactly where your point, where you can select and you can anchor a point. So I'll just show you quickly, not on the Twitter itself, but how this tool works. So what you do is you click, and what you do now, I've clicked, let go of my button, my left click button, and I can maneuver around, but the next click produces another anchor point, next click produces another anchor point, and basically you can go full circle making anchor points like this. It highlights red, click that, and there you go, you've got a shape. So this shape now, it's using the Bezier tool, but it's all straight lines. Okay, which is, if you look at the Twitter image, not straight lines. So how we overcome this, let's get rid of that. How we overcome this is you click for your first point, and when you click the second time, you keep hold of your button, and then you are able to maneuver or manipulate this curve or this line to the shape that you want it to be. So let's say I wanted to do an arc like this, and then I let go, and as you can see now, we're making shapes, but we're making them rather than lines, they are now curves. Okay, so we can do this. It takes a bit of getting used to, but with practice, inshallah, you'll be fine. So going back there we go. Now we've got a curvy shape. So I'll talk you through it now and give it a go, and inshallah, you know, you'll learn quickly, because it's not, once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. So starting looking at our image again, the first point is tip of the beak, and then I'll click, but I'll hold, and then I'll pull it. As you can see, it's curving. Get to the right place, there we go, and then right click out, and I've got my shape. So by right clicking, that causes a line to form, but we can still add on to this. So then I click the second anchor point, and then going over to, let's say, halfway across the head, pull, click and pull, there we go, right click, okay, to left click again, choose the point here just at the top of the wing, click and hold, pull, there's my curve. Okay, let go, right click, left click, choose the tip of the wing, here, hold, and then pull it up like this. Manipulate it so it's, you know, you get a fairly decent line, curve, and then same as every time. So we go through like this, hold, round, doesn't have to be perfect for this tutorial, right click, out, click there, and there, it's not a very big curve, about that'll do, right click, then click, choose a second point, click and hold, and let's see, roughly about there will do, right click. We can change these points later on, but I mean, it's not necessary. Once we've made it, it's roughly about right, that's okay, we're happy with it, we can keep it as it is. So click, okay, made a mistake there, so I clicked twice, which is wrong. So to get out of that now, press control and Z, start again. So click the red, click that point there, and then manipulate it, there we go, right click, out. So again, there and there, mistake. I clicked out, I didn't hold on to it, therefore now it's moving on to the next anchor point. Control Z, click, click and hold, right click. Because the next curve now is quite a large curve all the way up to here, I'd split it into two, so around about there, hold, get shape, okay, right click, from there now to underneath the beak, hold, there we go, right click out, it's nearly there, beak, mistake, let me just do it again, click it there, to there, hold, and curve slightly, not too much, right click out, click again, to there, slight curve, right click out, and then now this is where our shape, it anchors, so it's the end, so straight to there, but hold it, manipulate it, make it the right shape, and done. Okay, so what we have now is our shape, or our outline of the shape, and this now can be, if you move this one out of the way, you can click it, it is an outline. Okay, and what we do now is, if you go down to the bottom, click on the fill, double click where it says fill. At the moment there's no paint, so what we could do is, by clicking this dropper tool, we can pick a color, which is this, and that will just change the color exactly to that, so we know it's the exact Twitter color. But what we have now is or instead of that, we could choose any one of these. So let's choose a slightly different color just to differentiate between the two, because I'm going to show you the difference. One, so it's a slightly turquoisey color. The stroke is the line. This outline is called the stroke, so we don't want the stroke, so we click stroke, and then this is, by the way, this is why this one is selected, because we could select this one, but now we're selecting our own vector. So stroke, no stroke, so there we go, that's off. So what do we have? we have two images here. One's our own and one's the original, but this one is a vector. So what we'll do is, let's get rid of this one completely. Select it, press delete, and stick this one in the middle here. We'll save this, file save as, we'll call it Twitter Sharp, and the file format is SVG, which is what vectors usually come in. Sometimes they call AI Adobe Illustrator, but this is fine. So we'll save that to our desktop here. And now quickly I'm going to show you the difference. So we've got here is the original image, okay, and what I'll do, just give me a second, is I'll throw up, here's our new one, Twitter Sharp. Open up a new tab so we can compare. So we'll basically just throw this on here, that should open up. So now we have both our image, the blurry JPEG as you can see, and this is our sharp image. So what happens is, when we increase the size of this one, so I'll just zoom in. Okay, so that's now at, let's do it max 500. What we have, look at this image, blurry. Okay, edges, you can tell, low quality. Whereas this image, zooming in here, regardless of how we could go further, we go past 500, still sharp. Looks very good. Okay, khalas, so that's the first challenge, inshallah. Following this tutorial, any questions you can just WhatsApp me, but inshallah that should do it. This, if you can get the hang of this, then we're half the way there, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.